You're listening to Cyber 94 Podcast. If you want to break into cybersecurity with real-life experience, go to cyber94.com.
So, Chloe, the Department of Justice just announced 5 people have pleaded guilty in a case. I mean, this feels like it's been ripped straight from a modern spy thriller.
It really does, Ben. This goes so far beyond a typical fraud case.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a really sophisticated scheme to help North Korea illegally place its IT workers inside more than 130 American companies.
I mean, the mechanics of how they pulled it off are just wild. So, you have these 5 individuals in the U.S. who essentially acted as, like, fronts.
Right.
They'd let these skilled IT workers who were all secretly operating for the North Korean government use their American identities to apply for these high-paying remote jobs.
It's like creating a digital ghost.
Totally.
Like explaining.
Totally.
So once the fake American worker got the job, the company would ship a laptop to their U.S. address, but the person in the U.S., the facilitator, he wasn't doing the work.
Right.
They just set up the laptop in their house, install some remote desktop software, and then let the actual worker in North Korea log in and take complete control.
It creates this perfect illusion. Incredulous.
Yeah.
Because the company's network, it just sees a login from, say, Florida or Arizona, but the person at the keyboard is an operative thousands of miles away. The court documents even say some of these American helpers, they appeared for drug tests on behalf of the overseas workers to complete the hiring process.
Wow.
And one was even an active duty member of the U.S. Army.
That detail is just, it's stunning. And there were different levels to this whole conspiracy. You had the facilitators, making a few $1,000s, but then you had this guy, Alexander Didenko, a Ukrainian national, who essentially ran a whole criminal enterprise. He built a website that was basically a one-stop shop for buying or renting stolen American identities just for this purpose.
He managed almost 900 different fake identities and helped run what the FBI called laptop farms in U.S. homes. He's now forfeiting over $1.4 million.
Right.
But this brings us to the crucial question, Chloe. Why go to all this trouble?
Well, it all comes down to funding the regime. Heavy international sanctions mean North Korea is just desperate for foreign currency. The DOJ states this particular scheme funneled over $2.2 million back to the DPRK. And this isn't just money for, palaces.
No.
It's explicitly used to fund their illicit weapons program.
So a U.S. tech firm thinking they're hiring some qualified developer from Ohio could have been unknowingly paying a salary that helped finance North Korea's nuclear and missile development. I mean, the national security implications are staggering.
Wow.
You have a state-sponsored operative literally inside your company firewall.
Exactly. And this isn't an isolated incident either. In a related move, the DOJ also announced the seizure of over $15 million in cryptocurrency that a North Korean hacking group known as APT38 stole from online exchanges.
Right.
It's a massive, coordinated effort to generate cash through any means necessary.
It really highlights a massive vulnerability in our, increasingly remote global workforce.
For sure.
Companies are trying to find the best talent, but they're up against state-sponsored deception on an industrial scale. It just blurs the line between HR and national security.
This whole case shows just how creative these illicit schemes have become.
Yeah.
It's a quiet, insidious form of infiltration that's just incredibly difficult to detect.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. As remote work becomes permanent, how can any company be truly certain who is on the other end of the keyboard?